So what's good, my people? You already know it's on the lockout. Boom, my name is Warpath. Real brief, I wanted to make this video, right? To let everybody know happy Father's Day to all the fathers that's out there that it was given the opportunity and to be a father, right? And I wanted to touch on this subject real quick because it has nothing to do, well, in a way, with incarceration or prison or jail, right? But it's a touching subject for a lot of dudes, right? Because Father's Day, right? A lot of people tell me, yo, War, happy Father's Day. It could be cool. I'm a father, like probably a lot of you guys are, right? And then I ask myself, right? Happy Father's Day. And what does it really mean to me? Like, I have to be honest. When people look me in my face, because they can never really look me in my eyes, because I always got on sunglasses, right? But it's like, in a way it's cool, but in a way it's like a depressing for me. It's like sad, because if I wasn't thinking about my kids on a day like today or when the month is coming up, I do, right? And my kids are always on my mind, but I'll be fake to say that I'm the best father in the world. I'm just that real. Actually, I'm a cool father. Like, if you're around me, my kids laugh, they bug out. They're like, yo, Dad, I love you, bro. I missed you. I have a son that's 27 years old. And me and him get along like crazy, but there's times we get mad at each other, right? And we don't talk for a long time, Or you know what? To be honest, I get mad or he gets upset and we play the block 'em game, I'm block you. And I know that it could be like, wow, bro, like you blocking your son, man. Yeah, you want me to lie to you? Yeah, I blocked my son the same way I've blocked some of you guys, the same way I blocked anybody else. Like, anybody could get it when you disrespectful, right? Like, that's just real life, right? And I know that that's my son and I love him, right? But there was a big point in their life, right? In all their lives that I wasn't there. Because of my incarceration, my running the streets, my indulging in negative activities, right? And I wanted to be there, but when the devil has a grip of your life, like, it's kind of hard, right? It's like you juggling between both things. Like, you want to be a good dude, you want to be a good father, but then just like you're doing your super best to be a good street dude too. Like, you a real right gangster, the way they say, right? Which in reality, like, being really gangster would have been being there for the kids, right? But I get it. Today I get it, right? And it's crazy how, when I think about it, it'd be like petty little things that people stop really talking to each other about. I mean, behind that, right? And like being situation with my kids, like, I said a few things to one of my kids that was mind you, these are not little kids, all right? These are like full grown, like beast mode kids. Like I have a son that's like a 22 years, like 27 years old, but he's a monster, this kid, right? I mean, in height, bigness, like he has like his fist like for two people, right? Or three. And I have a big image myself, right? And then there's like this other little Warpath walking around the house, right? And you're looking at him like, hold up, son's starting to think he tough around here. Like, hold up, bro. Like, yo, your dad ain't no slouch, boy. You better real quick, boy, before I Scooby-Doo you, right? Like, and it's just like, I gotta say it with a little humor because it's a very touching subject for me. Like, the minute you mention my kids, it just hits me, right? And I think anybody's like that deep down inside is a good dude, right? And I try to like befriend them and be friends with them, but that's when things get disrespectful, right? because they figure like he's cool, like Pops ain't gonna say nothing, and the times that I wanted to be there, because I'm thinking as I talk, right? Because if you know me and you know about my show here, right, and about what we do here, I don't rehearse this, man. I don't write this down and then come and talk about it so it can sound real beautiful, right? Like I grab the mic, boom, and this is what we doing, and this is what I'm gonna talk about, and let's get to it, right? And I start talking, and whatever comes out is the way it comes out, right? It's like the freestyling podcast, but this is me. I always tell people, they're like, yo, you should practice like what you're gonna say, so you don't repeat the same thing over. That's how you know I'm not lying, because I said the same thing before, exactly the same. And I don't look at my videos unless somebody makes me laugh in the comments and I'm like, hold on, let me go see this shit. And then I go, I'm like, yo, that shit is funny. Other than that, I never look at my videos again. That's why sometimes you catch me saying, yo, if I said this before, my bad. Now, I'm not lying now, because I be thinking like, I think I said this before, because it's stories that you telling people and, you might have said them before, right? Or I might have told somebody in the street or something and I feel like I'm repeating the same thing again. But whatever, right? I say all that to say that, I love my kids, right? And coming up, while I was going through my incarceration, their mother gave birth and I wasn't there, right? And then it happens repeatedly, right? And you wasn't there ready for his birth, and then they go on to live with a family member, then that family member starts thinking like he's the father, when in reality he's the uncle, and now I'm not talking to my brother, and it's like a big thing going on, right? Like I feel you should have taught him, like I'm Theo, I'm your uncle, I'm not your father, right? And then the kids get big, and don't matter what that individual did for them that was so great, the kid is like, I hate your brother, because my brother's a real strict dude, and they looking at me like, yo, my dad is so cool. I wish I grew up with my dad, right? But maybe your dad wasn't the best thing for you then, although I would never put my kids in harm's way, but maybe there wasn't much I could have did for you, but maybe it would have helped me. I don't know. I never got to experience that. I know now that, and don't get it twisted, they were with me when they were smaller, but I got locked up back to back when he was little. And I look at him now and I just don't ever want him to go through the things that I went through. And so far, so good. I mean, he's a kid that he definitely believes that bud is definitely not a drug, right? Like weed, he says, they say God made it. It comes from the earth, and all this theory, and I get it, right? Or I try to get it, right? But I also understand that every other drug also came from the earth, bro. Relax, right? But leave in the comments if you feel that same way and how you see that, and if it's a problem with the youth. I think is something that starts you off, right? And leave in the comments how you feel about your relationship with your kids, and could you be a better father, and are you willing to put the work in to be a better father? Because I am, and I know I need to work on being a better father. I know I need to put the work in and being a better me. I need to put the work in and being a better podcaster or blogger, whatever you want to call it, YouTuber, whatever, you know what? But I'm me, and I'm going to give you me, and that's all I know how to do is be me, right? Like some people, one time in the comments, and not to get off track, but you know how we do here. We all over the place with it. Huh? So now, somebody left in the comments and said, bro, at your age, you dressing like that and talking like that, like you're a grown man already. Like, bro, this is me. This is not like I'm trying to pretend or I'm trying to be like, this is me. I feel comfortable this way. This is the way I dress. This is the way I talk. This is the way I'm always going to talk. I could be 90 years old. How do you want me to dress, bro? I didn't grow up in the era that my parents grew up dressing the way they dressed. I grew up in a different era. You know what I'm saying? It's different. And if you was to, and then God forbid you have to pass. But if you was to pass away and come back, take a look at what's going on. It's going to be a whole nother era. You already see the ones in front of us, how it's getting down. The only thing, we was able to catch it, and we with the same flow. We was able to catch this online thing. We was able to, tighten up the clothes a little bit. So we fit right in. Like we ain't fully old, super old, right? So, man, with that being said, all I'm trying to say is, man, that I love my kids. Happy Father's Day to all you guys. I wish also, this is the same month that my pops passed away, right? And I always wish that he was like a better father, right? And I say that's the same way my kids had to be feeling, right? But at the same token, there was times when I was running the streets and I'll be like, damn, I wish this dude would come looking for me. Because I used to see other dudes that I know and they'd be like, holy snap, boy, my pops. And it seemed like childish, like your pops, my dude. You're a grown dude, but his pops used to come and get him from the block. Like, no, this is not what I want you to do. You better than this, right? And I used to be like, damn, bro, why my father don't come get me, right? Like, I have to go see my father, right? And tell him I'm hungry, but I want a sandwich, right? Because he always ran a supermarket and all that, right? And he'll be like, you want something to eat? You want cigarettes or whatever? And he'll give me money. And he'll be like, be careful what you do with that money. And he knew I was going to go hang out, indulge, do all types of things, re-up with the money. One time I got out of a car. I had a big chain, a car. I'm like, but I need some money to take a haircut. And probably buy me like a pair of little kicks or something, a pair of Converse. At that time, I was rocking a lot of Converse. He was like, how much you going to need? I was like $150. He was like, $150, bro. What, they got gold? He's like, bro, I got these same sneakers on for 10 years. He's like, you should get yourself a pair of these. I was like, nah, bro. And he would beef or would get a little upset, but he always gave me the money, right? But it's one thing, materialistic things, right, than actually being there. My father wasn't a man of many words. And it may seem like if I'm lying because you like, yeah, bro, you talk pretty much. Well, but that's here on the show. I'm not a man of many words when it comes to my family. As far as like when I get a little upset or whatever, or when I feel you're not doing the right thing, I'm just like, And I have a lot of things from my dad. As much as I tell people like, nah, I'm nothing like him, right? I know I'm just like him, right? And I just wish that he would have came to me. Like, I wish he was that type of man that would have been like, yo, what's up, man? Like, or like, what is it that you need for me to help you, for you to come up, right? For you to change your life. Like, what is it? You want to open up a business? You want to do podcasting? You want to do YouTube? What is it? Like, well, how can I help you, right? But he never really did. He was more on something like,